Welcome back to another match reaction. Backa Topola, is that how you pronounce them? Nil. West Ham United 1. Let's not pretend what we just watched was good. Let's not pretend. But before I get into that, make sure to like the video and subscribe if you're new. If you do enjoy it, of course. I also got the Villa game in the background, and they nearly went 2-0 up. They've gone 1-0 up against Warsaw. Yeah. Probably one of the worst performances I've ever seen as a West Ham fan, and that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. And it's in Europe as well. That's, apart from Astra Gugu, that's the worst European performance. Like, apart from losing to Astra Gugu twice, because they would also be up there as well. That was bad today. So apparently Kudus and Alvarez are both ill. Something like that. Either that or Alvarez has been rested. I don't know why. He's been rested. We need him for these games. But then again, I did see a quote from Moyes saying that he wasn't even going to play Alvarez because of the travelling against Burnley. So maybe Alvarez is just rested and maybe he is taking his time on him. But we don't have any DM cover. Like, Ward-Prowse played well today, but at the same time, he's not a DM. And he can't do a DM's job. He's not physical enough and he's not fast. Not even about being fast. It's about being somewhat mobile. And somewhat like physically, like, up there. But he's not. When I saw Benrahma, Fornals, Cresswell, Johnson, them four, I didn't understand how we were going to score. I generally didn't see us scoring in that game, but we somehow always seem to score in the last few minutes of the game. And Thomas Soucek's done it again. Like, fair play to him, but this is what I mean. Chasing the game, Thomas Soucek is really good, but he didn't do anything. He was another one that didn't do anything for 90 minutes. But I'm happy that he scored, and I've been begging for Maxwell Cornet for how long? And he gets the assist. It's almost like he doesn't get a chance rather than him being bad. But faceless people online will tell you that he's bad. That is, like, probably the most stupidest thing I've ever heard. Like, Maxwell Cornet is not bad at all. He's not bad. He just got injured. And then once he was fully fit, he never got a chance back. I barely get to see Maxwell Cornet. I only got to see him at Dagenham and Redbridge. I was at the game. You don't really get to see the guy. But it was a great cross. I didn't really want him off the right. I wanted him off the left because I felt like he could be more direct. But he was direct anyway. In the Premier League, if he's going to play him, he should play off the left. But the problem I have with Moyes, again, is going into Palace, Maxwell Cornet has made that assist and brought a bit of pace to the attack, which is what we needed. And he won't get a minute against Palace. And you can remember this. He won't get a minute against Palace because I'm assuming Bowen's been rested as well because he was in contention to start for Burnley. So I don't understand why he wouldn't start this game or play this game. But I'm assuming he's in training. Poor Mubama. At least Mubama started, but he didn't get any service. And shock, a striker at West Ham doesn't get any service. Where have I heard that one before? Oh wait, we play defensive football. So our system's built for Antonio, and that's it. A man who can run down the channels and outstrength teams, outstrength players. But that's it. Mubama is not that kind of player. Neither is Danny Ings. And he didn't get anything, Mubama. He didn't get anything. And Benrahma. Oh, let's get on to Benrahma. Jesus Christ. That is the worst performance he's ever had in a West Ham shirt. Like, it was that bad because he's put in some great performances for West Ham. Probably player of the season last season for me. But also, the stinker. Like, the stinkers that he has, they are, like, when they're bad, they're bad. Like, they're proper bad. I've never really understood Benrahma now. And I can't be biased, by the way, because I've got a shirt, the blue and white shirt that has his name on the back. So I was a big fan of seeing him get into playing. Under an attacking manager, he would do better. But Um, as much as Moyes is definitely up for criticism for this whole season, Moyes isn't the one that's making Benrahma pass to the goalkeeper whenever he's shooting or blazing it over the bar. Someone put it best: is he either blazes it over the bar, he passes it to the keeper when he shoots. He couldn't take on a man. He did one roulette that was good, and that was it. That was a genuine 0 out of 10 performance. That was one of the worst performances ever by a West Ham player that I've seen. And it's funny, I'm giving him a 0, and that probably doesn't even make top 10 worst individual performances for West Ham, because I can pinpoint a lot of individual bad performances I've seen for West Ham as players. And with Benrahma, he didn't take on his men properly. He was getting tackled by random Serbian guys. He couldn't shoot. He's taking too long to cross the ball like he always does. He does the shimmy. He beats his man, but then wants to go back around him again. Bro, just put the ball in. Just put the ball in. Alright, let's get on to Aaron Cresswell, man. Why is he still playing? I said this, him and Johnson should be rotation players in the Championship. They wouldn't start for Luton. You heard what I said. Is Johnson getting over Issa Kabore? No, he's not. Is Aaron Cresswell in a back three getting over Amari Bell? No, he's not. He's not playing wing back over Doughty or whoever else they play up there. Neither of them are getting over Obede. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name from Luton. At Sheffield United, I don't know who they play nowadays. Is Cresswell better than Maxwell? Not nowadays. Is he? He might start in a back three, Aaron Cresswell, for Sheffield United. But Johnson, is he better than Jayden Bogle? No, he's not. Johnson can't do anything. The guy can't defend. He can't pass, can't cross, can't shoot. It's been a while. Just because he had a purple patch 2 years ago, you know, around that time when we played Everton, Liverpool, Villa and Tottenham. And yeah, that was it. And maybe Chelsea at that time. Just because of a small purple patch then, doesn't mean he performed well. Doesn't mean he's a good player. I remember when Johnson first came through to West Ham, I wasn't sure about him then. I remember when we drew 2-2 to Brighton, when he scored, I was happy for him, but he wasn't good that game when he played left wing back. The guy is versatile, but isn't good in any position. He's almost like he's like the Kai Havertz of defenders. You're versatile, but what position are you good in? You're not a good centre-back. You're not a good left-back. You're not a good right-back. The guy passes the ball out of play. You can't control the ball. Can't do anything. Aaron Cresswell is only good for crossing, but the guy doesn't want to get forward as a left-back because he's about 50. Naya Faged was genuinely, at times, higher up on the pitch more times than Aaron Cresswell in that game. And he's a centre-back, which you work out the maths. And that match, I've genuinely got a headache from that match. Like, I've got a genuine headache. Fabianski kicked the ball out of play twice. I've told you this guy can't kick a ball, but I'm not going to go on Fabianski. But Cresswell and Johnson, again, what the fuck? It's funny because we need English players for the English quota, but both of them need to go. Our worst players are English, and it's them two. A lot of people would say Danny Ings as well. I think Danny Ings is just a man who plays in a 2 up front. I say this all the time. He plays in a 2 up front. We don't play 2 up front. We barely play 1 up front. Oh yeah, how can I forget? Naya Faged. Bro, when you're not under pressure, why are you giving the ball away to the opposition? Stop trying this he's clearly been instructed to keep trying this diagonal stuff. It comes off now and then. It comes off against City, against Forest, against Sheffield United at times. But there's times like that where you're just giving the ball away without anything. Like, Mavropanos would pass the ball off the pitch once. But at least he defended well. Again, was getting done in 1v1 by whoever the fuck their striker is. Who probably doesn't even work full-time as a footballer. And he's probably got to go into his 9 to 5 tomorrow telling people, you know, I done up that West Ham Moroccan defender. Like, this is what we're dealing with. Like, this is a big part of the squad. We saw it against Olympiacos, who, by the way, got battered by Freiburg, and they actually beat us at their ground. and we nearly didn't win against them at our ground because we can't break down the team, and that's with our best players. People can say it's fringe players. Everyone was overhyping these players. So why, if I don't give a fuck if people think Cresswell's a good servant. When you don't train for the club and you're trying to force a move, you're not a fucking good servant. There's young players there. You're an old man that needs to set an example. And he didn't set an example in the summer. But nobody's going to talk about that. I wonder why. Like, it's bullshit. Like, 4-0s. This guy's so overhyped, man. This guy can't pass a fucking ball. Like, there's no way people are serious that think this guy can pass a ball. The guy's not a right winger. Yes, he's a central player. But I've seen him play centrally for this club. He's not a fucking world beater. He was shit against Olympiacos. Not Olympiacos, sorry. He was shit against Topola. Why are we putting up with these players still? You tell me. But yeah, that was shit. I mean, if we play like that against Palace, it doesn't matter how many injuries they have, we're not going to win that game. They barely beat Forest, and they're below them, I think. And Palace are on a bad run of form. I don't care if they lost to Luton. This West Ham we're talking about. We know what West Ham are capable of when it comes to pulling off howlers. But anyway, make sure to like the video and subscribe if you're new. My social medias are GVO Mikes on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.